Hello there. It's Larry Podsobinski, Podsobinski again, talking to you from my place. Uh, so much has happened in the last week alone. Today's date is 2018, August 18th. It's after midnight here now. Uh, so much has happened in the last week that's resulted in this evening the republication of my third edition of my book into a third edition. Uh, there were major roadblocks to this happening. I set out to write the revision, as I said in earlier other videos, like 4.5 years ago now, and uh, and then there were some roadblocks. Had to wait and find help, and so people need some things. I want to iterate give some thanks where it's deserved for some people who've helped me with the book, this third edition. There's a social worker who was at the hospital last time I was there, which is 24 years ago now. And some mental health professionals find that astounding that it's been 24 years with my diagnosis that I've been in the hospital. So that's really cool, you know. But but so so the social worker was in the hospital, and she's been helpful in my recovery in a number of personal just ways that she communicates with me. And her name is important here because she's written written contribution that in which she confirms Secret Service, CIA, and FBI involvement in my case, and that she had to report to those people pretty regularly while I was in the hospital last time 24 years ago. So her name is Susan Culbertson, and she's been a big help in promoting the book and getting it this far moved along. At first, we started looking for us that we needed some formatting help. I couldn't insert her piece into the main book file, and she found this one guy, tech guy, and when he got done inserting it, though, there were a bunch of formatting errors that appeared in the manuscript. So some time went by before I contacted former Professor Elaine McCleskey, retired Professor Elaine McCleskey from the local Belmont College, St. Croswell, Ohio, and I told her what was going on. She had written the back cover comments on my book to begin with, and I told her what was up with these formatting issues, and she referred me to a lady at the Belmont College, St. Croswell, Ohio, named Amanda Hessian, who did a wonderful, superb job on getting those impossible errors corrected in the formatting of the manuscript. So I want to thank her and Elaine for referring me to her. And so then the only thing that was left after I had some further research to do as last minute developments were becoming known on schizophrenia before, so I could write about it in the book. So that took until the other day, and then after that, I had the body of the book altogether updated, and the only thing holding me up was what we couldn't get done was the table of contents. It was like the numbers were off to the side of the page. It's a 6 by 9 inch page it's printed on, and it was the Word program uses 8 by 11.5 inch pages, so it has to be a different template format for the whole thing. It's very complicated. I don't know how it all works. How I did it, I don't know. It's one of those things you do it, you don't know how you did it. But this third edition is majorly edited to remove the philosophy content because I realized, like I wrote in the book or the description on the website where it's going to appear at the publisher, lulu.com. But so so uh, so so I updated it and got it for content, and then table of contents was hanging me up, and then I looked at it again for like the sixth or eighth time, seriously to dig into it, and suddenly I had the table of contents highlighted on the computer screen in such a way that it hadn't been highlighted before, and I said, wait a minute, I think I can work with this, do something with this, So I tried it, and I was able to pull those page numbers back off from the side of the page right into the column they belong on, and line them all up perfectly with the side of the page, where they belong in the page and on the page. instead of off to the side of it, where it was leading to with dots to the edge of the page. See, so it was like some kind of weird formatting error. I don't know how I worked it out, but so when that happened just the other day, then I applied for my own ISBN, International Standard Book Number. So I'm the publisher of this book, and I own the rights to the story that's in the book, and I don't see how anybody else can get it, being the publisher and the creative intellectual property creator. So you have to do things a certain way when you do this kind of thing. And so then once I was able to republish it, I was planning to do it like this, and be talking about it, and then like, okay, pan the camera around to the computer and have it all set up and say, and hopefully it would not have messed up, leaving the computer sit like that, where all I had to do was point and click at the publish button. And then I wanted to get up and pan the camera around and go and say, well, we'll just make it happen right now. History 7, 3, 2, 1, click. Now it's published, but it didn't go that way. So I was planning it that way, but the involving the process, it didn't take me there. So Susan Culbertson is to thank, and Elaine McCleskey, and my psychiatrist, Dr. Maura Andronic, for the foreword of the book to begin with, and we've left that as it is with the third edition as well. And she's also contributed another page that appears her words in this version of the book, and there's some other new things in there too. So it's currently in the status on hold as the publisher for private access only. So I had to order a preview copy to make sure it's going to print right on their printer before I can release it to them for approval or inspection or whatever of the distribution requirements to go to the global distribution network, where the other versions were passed the test. And it just gave me a warning on doing it this time that my scans of some of my Secret Service file type pages I scanned in there were on they need to be 300 DPI, which I thought they were, but so they print on the page. I mean, so I bypassed it. So I don't see how it's going to make a difference. They were grayscale because they're pure black and white. They wouldn't copy right, look right. So that was the only problem I encountered. It's not a dust jacket cover this time. It's a hard cover, but it's what they call a case wrap. I think that means where the things I selected for the cover are just printed on the outside of the actual cover itself. I don't think there's any flaps or anything on the inside or anything. But I kind of accounted for that when I wrote the book and wrote some of the things in the ending there and that appear on the cover. Actually, I didn't think I could do that. So the book is published. I just need to get my preview copy in. It takes about 10 or 12 days or so to get that in, printed on demand technology. You pay for it, then it prints it from a file that you make, and that's what I've done. I made the file that's going to print these books now. So with the help of Amanda Hession and Elaine McCleskey and Susan Culbertson and Dr. Andronic, and I don't know who else to mention. I mean, there's so many people who have helped me with this book over the many 21 years I've been working on it, because I want to contribute something meaningful back to society that society can use to understand people with psychotic illness. And my philosophy professor from college, from the 1970s, when I contacted him, said, I do an excellent job of lifting the veil of showing what's going on with the veil lifted. What's happening behind the veil. And he says, so with a psychotic person, what goes on in their mind. It was a really wild ride. I'm not out to make really money on this book. I'm just out to inform people on what paranoid schizophrenia is, and by the story in the book, what it can do to a person's lifetime. I'm 60 years old now, and I've had the illness for 43 years, I guess, this year. So take a look at the book when it comes out. So once they submit it for approval for the global distribution, it'll be 6 to 8 weeks before it's available then through any online bookstore. So this will be coming up and appearing there on its own if everything goes the way it's supposed to go. And if not, I'll let you know. And if so, I'll let you know. So that's it for now. Talk to you later. Thank you. Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. Bye bye.